Okay, further external pressures on businesses, this time is the legal influences and legislation. We're going to understand the areas that legislation cover in business and the three distinct acts that we just need to be familiar with. Employment Relations Act, the Privacy Act, Resource Management Act, and how these are complied with by businesses. So when we're looking at the laws set by the government and enforced by the police, the government are very keen to represent certain groups when setting their legislation. So, for example, in this instance, um, the government are keen to ensure that employment law is upheld because they obviously want workers in society to feel protected and safe in a working environment, because you can't have people not going to work because they don't feel safe. Consumers, so obviously they want to encourage people to be going out and buying with confidence, not thinking that whatever they're buying is going to be illegal, it's going to be killing them, it's going to be hurting them. And then finally, to make sure the businesses operate in the right way, so everyone can work together on this one. And this is very much linking in with, you know, that connection between business and society, business and the environment, and local communities, making sure the businesses are doing the best that they can. So the big one we're going to look at is the Employment Relations Act. So this is for employees. This is making sure that all employees are represented in the eyes of the law, and these are all the things that they can rightly expect. Obviously, anything further than this can often be picked up by a trade union. However, the things that the law says is that employees must have written contracts, get paid at least the minimum wage, they are entitled to meal breaks and rest breaks, and they should never be experiencing discrimination. So that is the sort of things that are covered by the Employment Relations Act. Now, why this is there, the need is to ensure rights, so we all feel protected at work, we all feel represented at work, and gives us the idea that we are working together and we do have that further protection and further representation by union if we wish to. And for that reason, we've got a standard of employment that everyone will know that they're entitled to, which is all about fairness across all working practices. And in doing this one, it should raise productivity. As an example, this is if you do go to this URL, this is an example of industrial action being taken against something which they deemed was contrary to the law. We've also got a couple of others, and I'm going to go through these very briefly. The Resource Management Act 1991. And this is something which was laid out as to how natural resources can be used by organisations. So this is all about the business operations, how they can work using the resources, the natural resources around them at their disposal, and how they can sort of ensure that sustainability is upheld for future generations on the natural resources. As we know, natural resources are one of our main factors of production, and so we need to ensure that they are still existing for future generations. So this is what the Resource Management Act covers. And finally, the Privacy Act. So this is a protection for consumers. So it gives us confidence that when we do go and make purchases, and we have to leave details or even our credit card numbers, we know that all of these information are stored, protected, and not passed on. This basically is encouraging us to be active consumers. That is what drives the demand in the economy. So the Privacy Act is a way of protecting us as consumers